A good news announcement after a horror week for the McGowan government. Capacity crowds are back at Optus Stadium and other venues.
For football, for the Wildcats, for concerts, whatever it may be, where they're seated and at those major venues, there'll be 100% capacity from midnight tomorrow night.
That's just in time for Sunday's showdown between Fremantle and Hawthorn. And next week, West Coast take on Collingwood in a matchup that will fill the stadium for the first time in more than a year.
The next steps are incredibly exciting if we stay vigilant and if we look after each other.
Also now allowed to be at 100% capacity, major venues including RAC Arena, Perth Concert Hall, theatres and churches. But not everyone is applauding. Pubs, clubs and restaurants stay stuck on the 2 square metre and 75% capacity rule for at least another month.
We've been in these restrictions for over 12 months now. We have no community spread in Western Australia. We have a very effective contact tracing system, and it's really time that we start to get back to normal.
We'll review that and see whether or not we can go to those sorts of measures.
Also being lifted is the 28-day hard border rule. If there's an outbreak in another state, instead of waiting 28 days to ease border restrictions, the state government will now require just 2 weeks of no community cases, which means,
subject to no further community cases, Queensland will transition to very low risk from the 12:01 a.m. on Monday the 19th of April.
Relief for those flying in from Queensland after April 19, no more 14 days in self-quarantine.
I can imagine that this would be welcome news to many Western Australians, as well as for many small and medium-sized businesses looking for life to increasingly return to normality.
A new normal for a pandemic that keeps rolling on. Gary Adshead, 9 News.